Welcome to Anne-Marie's Workshop. My name is Anne-Marie, and you know I like to make things. If you like to make things, you are in the right place, and this is my hashtag Friday Sews. So it's really been a great week, but let's start with the forum topic. The forum topic today is, what is the most unusual fabric that you have ever sewed? And I have one for you. Now, I can't find the official description for this fabric, but I was intrigued by it. I got it from fabricmart. Surprise. I've run into a fair amount of unusual fabrics in these 40 years, but this one was called a laser cut polyester white scallop whatever, and it was on sale and I bought it, and when it came I thought, whoa. Okay, so this is that fabric. This border was on both sides of the selvage, so the white was in the center. This is what I have left of it, because I will show you what I made with it, but it had white in the center and these scallops at both ends. So I ended up making this. Let's see if I can not make a lot of noise. This robe from Vogue. I will include the number before, with this at the bottom and this at the top. And I hacked one of my favorite Vogue patterns. I hacked it to make it into a robe, and I'll include a picture of me wearing it over here. All right, it turned out stunning. I honestly don't know how I came up with the idea to put it along the back and at the bottom. It just popped up one morning. I think we do that all the time. I think we see something, we're attracted to it. I usually will take a chance on something if it's in the right price range for my budget, and I'll just wait for it. And sometimes the answer doesn't pop out immediately. I always liken my brain to, there's two people working in the information office, an old person and a young person. The young person has a full bank of computers and screens, and the old person has a file cabinet and a ladder. And depending upon who's in charge of the inspiration for that day is how long it takes for you to get one of these to come out of you, an idea. People ask me all the time, how did you figure that out? You have to talk to the people in my resource department who work research and development in my brain, who work on this. I think it's just a function of the experiences in your life and how things work in that crazy mind of yours. So this week was all about what was happening in the around the workshop. Was I was sending my little dresses along the way. I was able to send 18 dresses. I'll include that little short that I made on Instagram in this area right here. Nothing gave me such pleasure. I sent it on Wednesday because it's half price FedEx shipping on Wednesday, and I will continue to make more dresses. I've got more things cut out, and I'll do a final shipping that last Wednesday before this is over on the 30th, because I think we have 15 more days. So I haven't really been working on anything else other than getting the dresses out, and yeah, that's it. The dresses really took, I so enjoyed it though. Oh, I so enjoyed it. So I am putting together the idea or the video for the Ogden jumpsuit. I've had quite a few requests for that, so I did get all my toiles or my muslins that I use to create that look over here. I have gotten those things together. They are ready to get going, and that's about it. I found some material for the ether dress, but you'll see that, I think, in this video, or was it? No, it came in after I did my makes video, so I might show you that. Oh, let me show you. I went into the trusty rusty Ping's fabric store in Mandeville, Jamaica. And like I said, if you need an elephant, they've got one in the back. It doesn't look like it, but they do. And that ether dress, I'll show a picture of it here. I'm fascinated with it. I can't wait to start on it, but I do not have access to that cord. I might look on Amazon and see if I can find anything. Or you know who would have it? Mood Fabrics. I will look for the cord. And I think I have the beads that I just want to use on it. But I found this beautiful red linen, right? And I'm gonna use that for one version. And then I found this blue linen, right? But Pings was serious about this one. This was no $3. When she told me, like, this one was $8.50, which I'll do the conversion and put it down here, $850 a yard. And then she started with 15,000 a year. I was like, 1,500 a year. I was like, what? But I'll do the conversion down here. But this is truly linen. It wasn't on the bolt, but I know linen when I see linen. And so I'm going to try and make both of these dresses. I don't know if I'm going to make the red the sleeveless version, depends upon the cord I find, and make this one with the sleeves and everything. Or maybe both. I don't know. But they're beautiful. It was in that Pings. I don't know how they're doing it, but they're killing it. They're killing it. All right, this should be a part of my Friday Sews videos. I am product testing. I bought a product on Amazon. I am hoping it works because I never know what to do with my old blades from my rotary cutter. And the difference in speed in which I get things handled on my rotary cutter is substantial. So the thing, I bought this thing called True Sharp. I think it's about it's on sale for $49.99. I think I paid $59.99 or something like that, but I digress. So I'm gonna follow along on the instructions I have, and I will show you how many blades I have. I've used rotary cutters, oh my goodness, since the 90s. And so, but I've never felt comfortable with disposing of them. They're a little dangerous. So I never know what to do with them. So I'm very excited about if this actually works. I'm going to follow the instructions. Now, this rotary cutter says that it can sharpen blades that are 28 millimeters, 45 millimeters, and 60 millimeters. These are my 60 millimeters. My 48 millimeters look like this, you know, and then my favorite, the one I like to cut with the most, is my 28 millimeters. All right. So I have, let me show you the 68. Here it is. All right. Right. Okay, so this is the 60, 48, and 28. Supposedly it was. So I got, now you know this is old. All right, so I wanted to show you. Let me pack all this up and I'll show you how it cuts. I have to admit, just this little tweezer thing they gave me in the kit is enough to make me happy, because I always very gingerly handle these blades. All righty, let me put this away and see how this goes. All right, so this is a fairly new blade. but this often happens as a blade begins to dull. It gets this one little spot. This is not a kink because of a pin. This is just, I don't know, it happens every single time, but this is fairly recent. All right, now this is the one with the old blade. And so we'll show how, okay, so it cuts a little, but not a lot. Okay, so this is the blade I'm gonna put in and see if this actually works. Okay, so the instructions state that you are to drop 2 drops of oil on the sharpening blades for every 60 seconds of sharpening. And then, let's see, let me read the instructions again. Hold the lid down, but do not latch, and push the button for 15 seconds to sharpen your blade. All right, and so then at that point, use the tweezers to flip the blade over. Okay, repeat steps 2 to 5 until your blade is sharp. Okay, let's see. It might take as much as 10 minutes if it's extremely dull. After 60 seconds of use or any time debris is present on the stones, clean your stone with a cloth or paper towel and then add an additional drop of oil. After sharpening 3 or 4 blades, clean your stones with water and damp cloth to remove particles from stones. All right. Okay, let's give it a go. All right, let's give it a shot. Okay, let's put back in place. All right, let's give it a go. Okay, let me cut off this piece. Let's see how this went. All right, looks like it did sharpen a little, but needs more sharpening. Okay, so I sharpened it another 2 more 15-second round, and now my rotary cut, the blade doesn't sharpen enough. So I'm gonna give it another shot with another blade, but it doesn't cut at all now. So I don't know, you know, I was very, very hopeful because I really didn't want to put these blades in the landfill, and plus the cost of the cloth. Yep, I'll show you. Hold on, let me turn it around. Now it won't even cut at all. So the blade didn't get better, it got worse, which I've seen that happen when you use a sharpening stone on something and it's not quite beveled. So I was very excited about this. It has not worked for me. I'll try it with a few more blades, but this blade cut better before I sharpened it. All right, okay. Okay, so now I'm confused. This is another dull blade. I sharpened it 2 rounds. It started off, this is its first cut. No, well, no, it didn't cut at all. First cut after sharpening, left this little jag right here. This is the first cut. And now that it's sharpened 2 rounds, perfect, perfect. So I don't know. So I guess scientific, I'll do the 3rd blade, and then I'll be able to give a recommendation. This is blade number 3. Oh, I don't even know why this one's in here. It's cutting pretty good. Let me take this one out of the mix. Alrighty, blade number 3. Yeah, okay. Let's give this a shot. All right, so, the first time on trial number 3, the first time I sharpened it, it got a little bit sharper, but there were still catches. So when I sharpened it again, they say it can take up to 10 minutes for a really dull blade. Well, after the 3rd one, it wouldn't cut at all. It wouldn't cut at all. Like, it's completely off. It's not cutting at all. So I have a mixed bag reaction to this. So far, I have 2 blades that now don't cut at all, which was fine. I wasn't using them anyway. And I do have 1 blade that works and it has been reclaimed. So either I'm not doing it right, but I'm adding the drops to the sharpening stones. I'm counting the 15 seconds per side. So honestly, when it doesn't cut like this, it's like when I use my cutting stone on my scissors and I don't do the right job and then they don't meet. So I think for 60 bucks, it should be foolproof, at least for this fool. Right? So for 60 bucks, I put it in there. I should be guaranteed a sharp blade no matter what. If I follow the instructions, I'm a fairly smart cookie. I add my 2 drops of oil to the stone, 15 seconds each side. It should not be getting, the sharpening should not be getting worse, in my opinion. So I've already made the purchase. To the buyer beware, you have to decide whether you want to go for it or not. So far, I have about 15, 20 blades here because, you know, I've had them since the 90s. I'm going to go through them and see which ones can be reclaimed. I already have 2 that are just getting more dull. Maybe it requires 10 minutes. I'm not exactly sure, but they weren't that dull to begin with. They were dull enough to be annoying when I was cutting, but now they don't. These 2 blades, this one and this one, they don't cut at all now. And before, they just had these gaps or dullness. So I'm gonna still keep working with it, but I made a link to it to show you where I got it. And it was the only reason it isn't part of my video is because I was so excited about having a way to refresh these old blades, because I wouldn't have to keep buying them and I wouldn't have to figure out what to do with them. And I like to cut with a rotary blade. I use my scissors as a, you know, for other parts, but when I put my rotary blades contribute to the speed in which I create things, and I'm pretty prolific, so I like my tools to work. So mixed bag. with this, you have to make a decision whether or not you want to get one of these or not. I already have one. I've greased it up. I can't return it. But so that's my product review. Well, that's it for Friday. Shout out to the people who have been joining me on my Friday night sew. The link to the Friday night sew is a Zoom meeting. It's only 45 minutes. Come meet your fellow sewers. It is at 7 o'clock Eastern. The link to get to the Zoom meeting is under my community tab on my channel. So if you press community and then scroll down, so I think it starts high makers. There's only about 5 entries on the community. So you'll find it'll have the Zoom code and the password. So we only meet for 45. Some of us sew, some of us chat. Either one is welcome, but it's kind of nice to log in with people and see what they're doing and see how they're doing. And it's only 45 minutes. So keep making, and we'll see you next Friday.